the idea behind this, how to solve the equation, and how to the step to the solution is that if you can read that story, and from that story if you can make the equations, then it's a very simple to solve the equation. So this time I have just made all these slides just to get the idea that how to correlate the things. Okay, let's see. The
Right.
first one is just if you can read, please read this one.
Yes. Okay. In dealing with age problems, it is important to keep in mind that the ages of different people change at the same rate. For example, after 2 years, all the people in the given problem are 2 years older than they were 2 years ago. 4 years ago, all of the people in the problem were 4 years younger.
Okay, so this is the one thing that we are calculating the age of more than 2% or 1%. So if we have been bracketed to the time, so we will have to make this thing sure that the time is affecting each and every person. So we will have to keep this factor in mind. The next is,
Right.
please.
Also, also it is easier if one makes a table showing the representation for current ages in the problem. Future ages a number of years from now, and past ages a number of years ago.
So this is the time span that in which time span we are calculating the ages. So that is according to the future, past, or future, now, and this and that. So we will have to keep these phrases in our mind, and according to these, we will have to make the mathematical equation or calculation. Next is,
If possible, represent the youngest present age by a single letter, then represent the other ages. This process is illustrated in the following examples.
yes. So the youngest one must be, the minimum value must be represented as a most required and desired variable, that you can put it X or Y or whatsoever is. Because if you can calculate the age of the youngest person in the story, so you can add something more to get the other person. So the basic digit is of the youngest person's age. So we will make the relation and I will explain over there. Example is example one.
Okay, Alvin is now 21 years older than his son. In 8 years, he will be twice as old as his son's age. What are their present age?
Present. Now there are only two persons. There may be more than
Right,
two, and one is son and father. Okay.
right,
And 21 years now. 21 years now. In 8 years, the second factor is 8 years. That Alvin is now
right,
21 years older than his son. So in 8 years, he will be twice as old as his son's age. What are their present ages? So first of all, reading the problem thoroughly, we find a relationship between the present ages of Alvin and his son. And the second
right,
is the relationship of their ages 8 years from now. So one is the present scenario where the father is 25 years older than his son, and this is the basic relationship. Then we will have to calculate their ages after 8 years. So after 8 years, the future factor is also involved. So definitely it's a son who is the younger uh, than his father. So we will have to let it X. Now let's see.
right.
Please read this one.
All right. Represent
So
using the relationship between
yes, yes, yes.
using the yeah, okay. Relationship between the present ages. Let's start. We have X, the son's present age.
Present age.
R
Relate, not relation. Relate. Next is.
Then X plus 21 is equal to Alvin's present age.
So next.
All right.
After.
After 8 years, each is increased by 8, 8 plus X, and X plus 28 as
So
given.
Okay, it's so simple in the sense that we will have to take care of the two things that represent using the relationship between their present ages. So we have the younger one is his son. So let the age of his son is X year. And now,
Right.
according to the given condition, relate then X plus 21 because father Alvin's father is 21 year older than him. So X plus 21 present ages. These are the present ages X and X plus 21. So after 8 years, so this 8 year, as I was told you in earlier slide, that the time span will affect each and everybody in the story.
Yes.
So we will have to 8 more years to the son's age, as well as to the uh, his father age. So this will become 29. So that's why x plus 8 and x plus 29. So this is the basic. But I mean to say that when you have a story, when you have a problem just like this, so you will have to take care of all the factors, and basically you will have to start from the unknown quantity. That is a variable. We are looking for that. If we can find out the value of x, so it's a very simple, it's a simple mathematics in the sense that we can add or multiply or whatsoever you will have to do, we will get the answer. Okay, now let's see. It's a as we were talking about the table, just to get the clear view of the problem. Sun is x now, it's a now, and its the next column
Right.
is future, 8 year from now. So sun x, so simple. We this is the required and desired value. Alvin x plus 21 as father. Okay. The next is that now and 8 years are ahead of that in the future. So we will have to add these 8 years to the age of each and everyone. Using the Western relationship in 8 years, Alvin's age is twice his son's age. We have. Now, the next is if we are just going back to the original problem that after the 8 years, their relation will become that the father will become twice as old as his son. Okay. Now, twice, what I mean to say that this is the age of the father x plus 29, as we can see from the last column of this table. So his age will become double of the age of his son, after the 8 years. So that's the basic
Yes.
is that now we have the basic mathematical equation in a sense that
Right.
this is the age of the father after the 8 years, and this is the age of son. So we are equating according to the given condition because the father age will become the double of the age of his son. Solve manipulating the equations we have. So it's a now simple mathematics. We are multiplying over here, and we are putting the all unknown together, and then we are making the subtraction. So we have x is equal to 13 years. So this is the age of sun now. And if we are adding how many years? 21 years. So
21.
21 years. So what should be the age of his father now? Just now.
So his father's age right now is, wait, what is it? 13 plus 21 is 30, 34.
34.
And then, yeah,
Okay. And son age is 13. So this is the
13.
way to solve the problem. You can put the table over there, but as you know, the pattern is just the multiple choice question. So we'll have to
Right.
just 60 question in 60 minutes. So definitely it's a mental calculation. If it is a part of
Yes.
when the calculator is allowed, so you will have to be very quick to punching all those required keys. and get the answer and just select the right one, the absolutely right, if you have allowed the calculator to use it. So definitely you can come to know that. But here, why I am explaining this, that you must have the idea, you must have the trick in your mind, just to just making just before making the click over there, the right, or you will have to definitely blacken those holes. So, but anyhow, it's all about the statement, and we will have to extract the equation, mathematical equation, and then the next is so simple, all mathematical operation. Now let's see what is the next. So we have talked about that. The proof is now one check more is that Alvin age is 21 years more than his son's age. So it will become this one. In 8 years, the son will be 21. And Alvin, according to our calculation, according to our statements, the mathematical expressions, he will be 42. And this is the right proof that his father is twice of his son. Alvin's age is twice his son's age. So it's absolutely 42 and 42. So this is one way of the check, just to make sure that your choice is absolutely correct. Now, example 2, please read this one.
Okay. The sum of Patrick's age and Marco's age is 58. 8 years ago, Patrick was twice as old as Marco then. How old is Marco?
Okay, now the situation is slightly reversed in the sense that we are going back to in the past, the 8 years ago. So first is we find that we have a relationship between their present ages and their ages 8 years ago. So we are just moving in the past now.
Right.
Represent, let X marks present, because the sum of the Patrick's age and Mark's age is 58. 8 years ago, Patrick was twice as old as Mark. So we'll have to suppose the younger person age equal to unknown variable. So in this way, in this problem, who is the younger one? Patrick or
Younger
Marco?
one's Marco.
Marco. So it's a very, very important and key step to the solution. So we will, first of all, we will have to locate the youngest one, whosoever is the younger. If the two persons are there, or if there are more than two persons, so we will have to locate the youngest one, and we will have to suppose his age is X. So let X marks present age, because he is the younger between these two. So relate, then 58 minus X. The age of Patrick is 58 minus X. Why? We are subtracting X from 58. If you have a
Because
reason.
Patrick and Marco's summed up age is 58.
Yes, they are all together. They are making the years all together 58. So if you are supposing X is the age of one person, so out of that total we will have to subtract the age of the other person, first person, to get the age of other person. So that's why it's a simple mathematics, that 58 minus X present age. So this is the Patrick's present age, 58 minus X, and the second person, who was that Marco, whose age was X. Now we have the table. We subtract 8 years from each as shown in the table below. So
Right.
Marco and Patrick. So now is X and 58 minus X. So this now table is representing their present ages and past.
Yes.
So it's a one thing. Once again, it's a very important. So we'll have to this factor in mind. Either he wants to ask us to calculate or go into the future, or go back to the past. So 8 year ago or 8 year after. So we'll have to get the clear-cut idea that where we will have to make our calculation in future or in past. So It's all about the past. That past 8 years ago. So
Okay.
the macro age is x minus 8, and here we will have to subtract the 8 from the present age of Patrick. So that's why instead of 58, we have 50. We have done all the calculation over here in the second column. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure that you are getting me. Nothing,
Yes.
nothing in confusion. Each and
Nope.
everything. So one thing more is, so as I have told you, I am very much friendly. So you can ask me, you can stop me, you can interrupt me when I am
Right.
speaking. So every step must be crystal clear at the spot. If there is a little
Right.
ambiguity or confusion, so it's a nice way to ask. So because asking is always welcome. Okay. Anyhow, equate. Now we will make the equation. This second relationship gives us our equation. That was the second column. 8 years ago, Patrick was twice as old as Marco. Then this was the condition. So once again, here the condition is the twice of the younger person. So
Right.
Patrick will be twice of the younger. That is the Marco. So this is the age, that is 50 years ago, and this will be the twice of the age of Marco 8 years ago. So this is the basic equation, that 50 minus x and 2x minus 8. Solutions manipulating the equation we have, so we'll have to do the mathematical steps. So left hand side as it is, and we are multiplying this 2 with the this whole brackets. So 50 minus x and 2x minus 16. So we are putting all the variables on one side, so we will get 3x and all those numbers on the right hand side. So if we are adding all those numbers, so we'll get 66, and after division with the 3, so simple calculation will give us 22 years. So Mark's age is 22 years, and this is the present age. This is the present age, and the second person is Patrick. So what we'll have to do, we will have to add whatsoever the equation is, x plus 8 or whatsoever. So age is 36, Patrick age is 36. Add 58 years to. 8 years
Right.
ago, Patrick was twice as old as Mark. So this is all about the check, the cross check of your answer. I'm sure that on this slide, each and everything is of mathematical nature, and nothing is confusing over here.
No,
Am I right?
I
Am I
get
right?
it.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. The third one is, just read please this one.
Right. Aries is twice as old as Rico, while Jake is 24 years younger than Aries. If half of Aries' age 6 years ago was three less than one half the sum of Rico's age in 4 years and Jake's present age, find the ages of each.
Okay, now it's a slightly tougher than the last two. So, what's your
Yes.
idea that how many persons are there, and what is the relationship between their ages, and in which we will have to calculate, and what is that the what we can say, the underlying statement that we will have to relate. Okay, can
Right.
you express this story in your own words? What you have got, what
Right.
you have.
Okay. So basically, it's asking from three people: Rico,
Yes.
Aries, and Jake. Um, and I think the youngest, I guess it's like Rico, right? Pretty
Okay.
sure Rico's the youngest, and then Aries is twice as old as Rico,
Good.
so that would mean Aries is 2x her. And then what is this?
Jack.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's if if half Aries' age 6 years ago was three less than one half of the sum of Rico's age, so that's Wait, what? Is that? Oh, 24 years younger. Okay, so it'd be 2x minus 24
Okay, so
for Jake.
as you can see, all these three lines at the bottom where the solution is started.
Oh,
So
right. Oh, okay.
X Rico's present as the youngest person, we will have to put the single letter. Single letter mean that the single variable. So that is the most
Right.
required and desired X. We will calculate this by using some mathematical tricks. So the first of all, out of all these three persons, the youngest is marked age as X. Then we will
Right.
go back to the statement that who is the second order younger. Then the Aries is younger than the Jags. So we will have to look at the second younger person. So that is Aries. The 2x twice. We have given the relation twice. Then the Jag who is 24 years younger than Aries. So once again,
Right.
it's just like we can say that the twice of the age of Ricos, and then Aries age is twice of that. Then the Jack is 24 year less than the Aries present age, twice of, that is the twice of the Ricos. So whatsoever the X is common in everywhere, so we are relating each and every person's age with X, and we are making these mathematical equations. Now let's see what is the next. Now this table is actually giving us the clear picture. Here in the first column we have three persons, and the second is just for their present ages now, and the second last one is, that is the third one column, is past 6 years ago. So past now and past, the 6 year ago column is, so what we'll have to do, each and every where we will have to put -6 in the second column of ages. The future years from now. Now the problem is slightly tricky one, because once we will have to go in the past, and then all of the sudden we will have to be in the future. That is 4
Right.
year after this present age. So this is in the past and this is in the future. And past, how much past? 6 years ago. And how much in the future? Now, 4 year, 4 year from now. And this is the now. So we have three columns: now, present, in the past, in the future. So here we will have to be extra careful when we are supposing their present ages. So that must be absolutely the relations which are given in the statement. So according to the statement, we have supposed the youngest person is Rico X, and then the twice and the 24 out of this twice. And then it's next is a systematic that we are going into the past, so that's why we are subtracting 6 years from each and every age. Each and every age, 6 year is subtracted. Here we have also -6, so that's will become -30. And then we will have to be extra careful, because now we have two columns and we are going away for 4 years. So the present, we will have to add this 4 to this one, and
Right.
similarly this 4 not to this column but to the first column. So we are adding 4 to this one, the present age plus not to their past ages. So we are adding 4, and we have these three columns and their ages are there. Half of Harry's age 6 year ago was 3 less than. Now the second is the more complex, more mathematical in the sense. The last part of the problem is saying that half of Harry's age 6 year ago was 3 less than one half the sum of Rico's age in 4. years and Jake present age. So this is the more, what we can say, the more complex statement. And
Right.
this is actually, if we can give the meanings to this statement, so we will come to the solution immediately. Now look at this. This is
Okay.
half, and this 2x minus 6. 6 years ago, the twice, and this is half 4 years after the Rico's age. And the second person is Jack, and we will have to subtract 3. How? Once again, look at this. Half of Aries age. So we will have to locate the Aries age, that is 2x plus 6. So half of the Aries age is half, mean 1 by 2 of the Aries age 6 years ago. Once again, look
Right.
at this. Half of
Yes.
Aries age 6 years ago. So first we'll have to locate the Aries age 6 years ago. This one is 6 years ago. Can you see my this arrow moving over here?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So it's very simple now that half of the Aries age 6 years ago. So we'll have to pick this column, this cell 2x minus 6. So half of this is equal to 3 less than half, 1/2 of the sum of Rico's age in 4 years and Jake's present age. So on the right hand side. So this was all simple, that half of the Aries age for 6 years ago. So this is the 6 years ago column. So we have were divided with 2. So 1 by 2 of this is 3 less. So 3 less of what? Half of the age of Aries 4 years ago, 4 years after. So in future we will have to locate the Aries age in future, that is after the 4 years. This one is the after the 4 years. So half of that, and plus the sum, because he is saying sum, and this is what I mean to say, the present age of Jack. The sum of the Rico's age in 4 years, Rico age in 4 years is this one, and the present age, and Jack's present age. So Jack is this one, his present age is over here. So the sum of the ages of Aries after the 4 year and the present age of Jack, and half of this whole quantity. That's why we have put this square bracket and 3 less, because 3 less is over here. So less means subtraction. Have you got this equation?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. It's a nice to you, because this formation, this statement, this equation is key to the solution. If something is
Right.
wrong over here, so we will not never reach the right solution. Okay, so next is simple. We are just multiplying this one. On the left hand side, we are adding, we are subtracting, and we will get the age of Rico at present. So is there any problem in mathematical calculation over here? These few steps.
No.
Okay, it's a simple now.
Yeah.
Simple mathematics. We will have to just multiply, and just will have to make use of the
Yeah.
BDMOS rule. So first of all, we will solve this
Right.
bracket, then we will multiply, and then at the end we will have to subtract, and we will have to bring the things here and there. Anyhow, after the calculation, we can make use of the calculator also. So x is 20. So answer is x is 20, Rico's age, 2x, the twice 40, and Jack's age. Proof Harris is twice as old as Rico, 20, and twice of 20 is 40. So it's a cross check now. Jake says 24 years younger than Aries, so definitely it's he is 16, half of the Aries age. So this is all about the check the cross check of your calculation. I'm sure that you have the idea how to check it. Next one is example 4. Please read this one.
All right. Miss Contino is 40 years old and her eldest daughter is 12. When will the mother be twice as old as her eldest daughter?
Okay, so it's a very simple. So let's we are going through very fastly. Let x the number of years. So quick review is that will be twice as old as her eldest daughter. So 40 plus x, the mother's age in x years. So and 12 plus x, daughter's age in x. So next is very simple. Now mother and daughter only two persons. Now one is a 40-year-old and the daughter is x 12-year-old. And future. So we are interested in the future x years from now. X years, future is not mentioned, but that is x year from now. The 40 plus x and 12 plus x. Mother will be twice as old as her eldest daughter. So
Right.
here we have the daughter, and in x years, the time period is not mentioned, but he will be twice. So twice of the daughter age is this one, and 40 and x is also included. So 40 per x, and we are multiplying over here. So mother's age is 16 years. 40 plus 16, 56. Daughter's age is 16 years. So 12 plus 16. The time period is same in 16 years. 28. So 56 and twice of the age of his eldest daughter. So have you got this idea? Can you explain what is this
Right.
X and why we are actually the problem if we are just coming back to the back slide? It's a slightly different in the sense. Mrs. Cantino is 40 years old. It's a present age. And her eldest daughter
Right.
is 12 years. This is the present. When when will, we are not calculating the age. We are just looking for the time period for those years.
Right.
When will the mother be twice as old as her eldest daughter? So it's a slightly tricky in the sense that we are not looking for their ages. We are looking for the time period. We are looking for those years for both of these two ladies, in which they will become, one will become, the mother will become the double of her daughter. Are you getting me?
Right.
Okay, so we are not interested to calculate their ages. Their ages are mentioned over
Right.
here. We are just looking for that year, for that period, that in which year, and it will take how many years to make this relationship that mother will be twice of his daughter. Okay, so this is the first problem. We are not calculating the ages of any person. We are calculating the time period. That time period in which their ages will become the twice of each other. What I mean to say, that mother will become the twice of her daughter. Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a
Yes.
slightly the different thing. Let x the number of years that mother. That's why we are not supposed to put x to the younger person or whatsoever we were talking about in the previous slides. So what we will have to, that always that required and desired quantity must be supposed as x, because we are looking for the x. X is what? The number of years that mother will be twice as old as her eldest
Right.
daughter. So that's why 40 plus x, the mother's age in x years, and 12 plus x daughter's age in x year. So we have supposed that this x year will make the relationship true. Mother will be twice, and her daughter will be half of that, what we can say. So
Right.
that's why we are adding x to their present ages. So next table is so simple. Now ages are perfectly right. We have all this one, and future ages will be this. Now this relationship is mother will be twice as old as her eldest daughter. So after the X
Right.
year, the age of mother will become this, and this age is twice of her daughter after the 12 years. Okay, so it's a slightly
Okay.
different problem. It's a very simple state worded, but it's actually we are looking for the. So this is this equation to get the solution, and definitely we can get the x. So mother's age in 16 year, this will become this, and this is this, and this is exactly the twice of that. So where the
Right.
16 is coming from, where? From the solution of this equation. 16
Right.
years, the x is 16. How we are calculating? From this equation, this one.
From the yes.
Okay,
Right.
and we can add the 16 to their present ages, and we will come to the conclusion that after the 16 year, their ages will become, mother will become twice of her daughter. Okay, I'm
Okay.
sure that you have got this one.
Yes, I have.
So if you can take the screenshot of this, so you will have to
Sure.
solve this one. Exercises for you. Mercy is 17-year-old. Represent her age 2 years from now, x years from now, and 7 x plus 7 year hence.
Okay. I
3
just took a
years ago.
screenshot.
Okay, a screenshot. Try to solve this one, and definitely you can come to the conclusion there are only 4 problems. Last one is in 4 years, Mr. Bella will be 17-year-old. Represent his age. So A,
Right.
B, C, D. Okay, if you have taken this, the screenshot of this, the last screenshot is this one is also 5, 6, and 7.
All right.
Have you done this one?
I'm about to right now. All right. I took it as well.
Okay, okay. So for your convenience, answers are there.
All right.
Those were the multiple choices over there. If you will go through all those statements. So the first we have total
Okay.
7 questions. The first C, C, D, B, D, C. But first you should solve them and then rematch your answer. Okay.
Sure.
First solve at your
Yeah,
own,
that sounds good.
and then you will get the
Right.
answer. And if you have the solution, so you can share with me if there is a problem in any part, if you are not getting that, if the answer is not matching, so even then you can ask. Okay,
Okay.
so it's a end from my side today if you want to say anything. So one thing was solve for each of the following. So it's just like, okay, we are not interested last, we are just sending the show. So it's all about from my side. Now let's see if you want to say anything or any query from your side. So your query and quest is most welcome.
Oh no, that was pretty good.
Okay,
I
so
got it
the
pretty well.
encouraging point is that you have done something and you have shared with us.
Right.
Okay, it's a very nice to see you that you are also doing at the other end and you are sharing with us. So we'll come to know. So we are not very much strict in the sense that we have sent a diagnostic test and you will have to solve each. Okay, enjoy your time. Just take this one. It's just a part of the game, part of the life. It's not a whole life. It's you have
Right.
so many chances to reappear in this task, and definitely you can improve your score So one must go to the first attempt just to see what is happening over there, and in the second, the
Yes.
maximum what I was reading the analysis that the second time the people are improving their score up to 56-7%.
Oh
So,
wow,
so
that's
that's why
really
it's all
that's
around
true.
the year. It's all around the year. There are so many months to take this exam. So definitely you can get your dream college or whatsoever you want to
Right.
do it. But anyhow, we are with you, and we are all the time very open to get any suggestion. We are very much flexible. So but I asked one thing in the earlier stage that you must send the screenshot of the other book also. We must
Right.
get
I
the
think I
idea.
just sent you the cover of the other book as well.
We just cover page, because from there we will come to know who is the publisher, what is the right title, and what is the year of publication and other information. So only the
Right.
first page is enough, because actually there are so many books, so many materials, so many things, and we have the localized version also. So what I am
Right.
doing, that I am just picking all the things, and we are making it just as a personalized things, that you must know the techniques, you must know the background
Right.
of the problem. If you have no, you can solve each and every one. So we are not going to the particular problem that we are just showing you the question, and then we are asking you just to click on C or D or AB, and not the idea behind what is that. So in that way we can solve a lot of questions, but that is not ideal, because those questions are not coming which you are just getting the answer. So you must know what is the logic behind that. If the questions are just coming off the age problem, so you must have the idea what is the working rules or the steps in the back of the mind. And then you, I'm sure if you have all these tricks and tips with you, so you can solve so many questions. So thank you very much for today. So once again I'm saying, say, take care of yourself and the people around you. Okay, Allah Hafiz.
All right. Allah Hafiz.